Hey, hello leaders, and welcome back to another episode of Run to Your Leadership Challenges. Hey, today I got some really big news, and I have been neglecting this over the last 3 weeks. Actually, I totally forgot it. I was so busy, it just passed me right by. But on February 15th, I hit my 1-year anniversary of producing this podcast. So it is episode 327. Now you may be asking, well, how could it be 1 year if you only have 327? Well, I don't do an episode on Sundays. I do an episode 6 days a week. So 6 times 52 is, you do the math. Well, February 15th I started. Haven't missed an episode. Every day for the last Monday through Friday, or Monday through Saturday, I've produced an episode. So today, I'm going to do something to celebrate that, and I'm going to produce over the next 2 weeks, or the next 12 episodes, is going to be basically the top 12 countdown. So today I'm going to start with number 12, the number 12th most popular downloaded episode of the year, and I'm going to get started, all right? So I'm going to hit record. Give me a couple minutes for the sound to kind of adjust, and then we'll be after it. So I'll give you some extra value added at the end, as always. So here we go. Hello, leaders, and welcome to a brand new week of Run to Your Leadership Challenges. So hey, let me let you in on a little secret. I kind of missed a pretty big milestone a few weeks ago, and that was my 1-year anniversary of doing this podcast and Alexa Brief. February 15th marked my 1-year anniversary. So in celebration of my 1-year anniversary, and to give you a chance to recap, and to give you a chance to hear a recap of the most popular topics from the last year, I want to take the next 2 weeks, or 12 episodes, to review each of the top 12 episodes from the last year based on your downloads and your shares. Man, these top 12 episodes were definitely worth recapping. These top 12 episodes are definitely worth recapping, as some were just some huge challenges, and some were some just great topics to learn from and to grow your leadership. So let's kick it off. Let's kick off the top 12 countdown by revisiting number 12, which was episode number 100, which was titled Your One Great Thing. So episode 100 talked about how one business in Texas built their reputation on one great thing. And that one great thing is clean bathrooms. Now, if you ever been to Texas, and you know probably what I'm talking about right off the bat when I talk about extremely clean, immaculately clean bathrooms, and that is the super huge gas station / convenience store, Buc-ee's. And it's just well known from travelers because they got billboards all over the place advertising their guaranteed cleanest bathrooms. And let's face it, when you're on the road, who doesn't want a nice, clean bathroom? I mean, you've probably seen the alternative, right? So who doesn't want a clean bathroom? Now, the main point of episode 100 is that if Buc-ee's can build a huge successful business by one great thing, and that one great thing being clean bathrooms, just imagine what you can do with your career and how successful you can be if you start focusing on what your one great thing is. So the cool thing is that every one of you listening today has a very unique and special talent that you're great at. And that's your one great thing. If Buc-ee's great thing is clean bathrooms, they don't hold a patent on clean bathrooms. Just like if your one great thing is communication, guess what? Nobody else holds a patent on communication. If you communicate more effectively than anybody else, man, that could be your special one thing. So if you haven't figured out what your one great thing is, just think about what other people tell you all the time that, man, you make that look so easy. Well, that's a huge flag that should go up right then. So think about what people continuously tell you about what you do that where you make it look really easy and it's difficult for others. It could be math. It could be filing. It could be communicating. For me, it's working with teams and leaders to help them through their conflict. I just love sitting down with a team or an organization that has a lot of conflict and communication challenges, and I love helping them work their way through them. I love seeing the light bulbs come on when people just start to understand exactly why certain people really tick them off. And I love seeing leaders understand how to lead their people in the most effective ways. Because let's face it, when you have communication, man, it breaks down everything, starting with communication. Because let's face it, when you have conflict in your organization or on your team, it starts breaking down everything, starting with communication. Your communication breaks down, your morale breaks down, your productivity goes down, everything in your organization goes down. A lot of times people say everything focuses and centers around leadership. And yes, there's a lot of truth to that. But just think, you have one little bit of conflict in your organization, man, that's like a spark. That's like that match that's going to light that grass on fire. That's going to cause a huge fire. All right, so today I challenge you to just sit back and think what your one great thing is. What allows you to stand out? What allows other people to look at you and say, man, that's the go-to person right there. They're the expert. And as leaders, I want you to start utilizing what your team members' one great thing is. Can you imagine if you're focusing on your one great thing and you got a team where you're focusing on each team member's one great thing? Just imagine the possibilities there. Imagine what that'll do for your productivity and your morale and your retention rates. Because here's the cool thing, when we focus on our one great thing, magic happens. We're now happy at work, even with a little bit of communication problems, even with all the little imperfect things that are going on. When we know that we're going to work and we love our job because we're really good at it, man, things happen. So that's it for today. And I know if you do that, I'll guarantee you'll see a huge difference in your organization. So be sure to join us over the next 2 weeks as we count down to the #1 most popular episode from this past year. By the way, I cannot begin to tell you how much I appreciate each one of you for listening. I have thoroughly enjoyed making these episodes each day over the past year, and I hope they provide value to each one of you. If they do, please do me a big favor and hit that share button and tell your friends and coworkers about this show. If you ever want to contact me, you could drop me an email at Paul Grau, that's PaulGrau, at currentleadershipcoaching.com, or by visiting my website at currentleadershipcoaching.com. Hey, have a great rest of your day, and until tomorrow, run to your challenges. Long. Well, now you see what I do at the end. And now I threw my microphone. All right, so now you see kind of how I end the show. Just to recap, though. All right, so just to recap, what's your one big thing? You know, there's so many people out there that just fail to focus on their one thing. They're focusing on everything and anything out there. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, well, I can't just focus on one thing. And you know what? A lot of times you can't focus all your time and energy, but what happens if you would focus 50% of your time on your one thing? What happens if you would focus 60 or 70 or 80% of your time on your one great thing? You see, this isn't, I'm not saying that I expect you to spend 100% of your time on your one thing, because I said my one thing is helping people through conflict. But I'm making this podcast right now because I love helping leaders, right? I don't get a dime out of these podcasts, but I love doing them because I know I'm reaching people. And I hope that everybody out there that's listening or watching gets some value. And if they do, that's worth my time. And I'll be truthful, these 5 to 10 minute shows, they take probably 30 minutes each to make or longer. Because sometimes when I got to research, a lot of time and effort go into them. But all I'm saying is find your one thing. And if you don't know it, start thinking about it. And if you do know it and you're not spending any time focusing on it, man, just try it for a week. Try it with your team members and see how big of a difference it makes. Hey, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed this show, and I hope you enjoy these next 2 weeks as we recap the most popular, the top 12 episodes of the year. Have a great day, and until tomorrow, run to your challenges.